Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, August 27. Was not going to do an upload. I say that a lot, don't I? But something was just on my mind and it wouldn't leave. It just wouldn't leave it. So I'm like, okay, I guess that means I need to talk about it. First of all, I hope you guys had a great week. The weekend is here. I hope you guys have some fun plans with your loved ones, family, friends. Be safe out there always. But anyway, I'm pretty sure, well, some of you might actually know this because we've actually talked on social media or we've actually met in person. But, just about 10 years ago, I was pretty unhealthy. I was probably on my way for a meeting with a heart attack or a stroke. I was close to 400 pounds. I had a 52-inch plus waist. I was wearing 3XL button shirts, and I'm not very tall. I'm average. I'm like 5'8", 5'9". My body was crying. Now, I never really felt like I was out of shape necessarily. I mean, I would still go and play football and basketball, and yeah, I'd breathe hard and sweat, but it wasn't like, oh my God, my ankles hurt, or, my back hurts, I need to stop. So I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't catch the symptoms a lot sooner, because I was like a healthy big person, if that makes sense. I don't know. At least that's how I felt. I know I wasn't, but that's how I felt. But yeah, come to think of it, my hair was kind of dry and brittle. My skin, there was always issues with my skin. It was dry. My lips were always chapped. I just wasn't, very hydrated, obviously. It was pretty sad. Well, anyway, in the past 10 years, I've lost almost 200 pounds. I'm down to like a 36-inch waist. My shirts that I wear are, extra large, sometimes maybe large. My skin is much healthier, softer. I don't have breakouts or anything like I used to. My hair is soft. Just my mind overall is just healthier. I can focus. I can sleep better. It's pretty wild. And it's funny because I was a IT technician pretty much at my heaviest. And I remember one day everyone asked, well, how did you know? Like, when did you know you had to change your life and lose weight and get healthier? One morning, I woke up to get ready for work. And I was putting on my shoes, tying my shoes. And as I sat up, I was like gasping for air. And I'm like, oh my God. This is insane. And, I'm only, in my early 20s at this time, maybe mid 20s. And I was like, this is not good. And ever since then, I made some changes. And I'm very happy where I'm at right now. I mean, I can still lose 20, 30 pounds. I don't know if some of the soft tissue on my body, if you guys know what I'm talking about, is ever going to come off. I think it's kind of remnants of when I was 400 plus pounds. But I've lost a lot of it, and how I am right now, I don't feel restrained from doing anything. And I'll explain a little bit more on that in a minute. But anyway, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I was just looking online, and there was a 12-year-old study that was just posted. And it's, when you hear this study, it's like, duh. Like, we didn't need them to spend, I don't know how many millions of dollars probably, right, to get this information. It's just common sense. But still, it just kind of made me think of where I was like 10 years ago and where probably maybe a lot of you are, and how really easy it is to just change the quality of your life. You don't have to become a vegetarian. You don't have to work out, 7 days a week, go to the gym for 3 hours every morning. You don't have to do all that. I didn't. And, you can do much less than that, but important things, very specific things, and your life will change. And you'll just feel so much better. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can get on here and talk about a couple of things. Let me talk about the study first, and then I'll talk a little bit more about some other stuff. But anyway, this 12-year-old study came out, and it was really about how can we live longer. Now, not just live longer, but live without a cardiovascular disease, a heart attack, and also, live longer without cancer. Because cancer, I don't know if you guys know this, but cancer loves fat. It loves fat. I'll tell you what, I used to be a vet tech, and it's very true in animals as well. The overweight animals, dogs, cats, even little reptiles and rodents, if they are overweight, the chances of them getting cancer increases exponentially, and I've seen it all too many times. So if you can control the fat on your body, you also control the chances of you having those cells multiply on your body to create cancer. All right. So anyway, the study overall kind of said, well, all you got to do is move 11 minutes a day. Now, I was like, really? 12 years? I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars probably that study cost. I don't know. Probably not that much, but still, it cost a pretty penny. And of course, we probably paid for it. But anyway, that doesn't mean, these 11 minutes that you're moving throughout your day is from you on the couch going to the refrigerator for a Coke or a snack, and then back to the couch, and then back to the fridge or back to the stove to cook yourself a hamburger helper. Got to be a little bit more specific than that, right? But more or less, you got to move. All right, that's the key here. We got to move. We got to move our body. Of course, diet is very important, as well as the physical activity. If you work out and then afterwards you go to McDonald's, probably ruined the workout. All right. And if you do that a couple of times a week, you're really in a lot of trouble. And this is actually something that I used to do when I started exercising way back in the day. I would exercise and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Ooh, you know what? A nice vanilla shake and a hamburger would be really good right now. And that's what I used to do. And that's why it took a while for me to get results and, actually see a difference. But anyway, a little bit more specific into the study, they found that if you do moderate, intense aerobic exercises, let's say yoga, let's say maybe some resistance training, that type of thing, for about 2.5 hours to 5 hours a week, or if you do some, more intense, vigorous activity, maybe high intensity training, that type of stuff, high intensity workouts, 1.25 to 2.5 hours a week, you decrease the chances of you dying earlier than you probably should by 13%. Now, this turns into, a few years that you can add to your life, healthy years, good quality of life years. And some people might be saying, well, who cares, a couple of years, Well, those couple of years, that could, mean the difference of you seeing your children get married, or being alive to hold your grandchildren, or just flat out being alive longer for your loved one. That's pretty important. So, we got to think about those things. The study went on to say a little bit more percentage-wise, but dealing with actual sports activities, almost like racket sports, tennis, badminton, something where you're kind of running back and forth. You're just almost in a constant state of motion. Doing something like that, participating in that type of activity, you decrease your chances of a heart attack by 27%, and you lower your chances by 16% for just a flat-out early death. So that's pretty crazy. I love tennis. Actually, that was a part of my little losing weight routine back when I was in California. But, you have to find the location. You have to have people to play with, obviously. And when you don't have that, it's kind of hard to play tennis, right? But it's a wonderful sport if you can handle it. And then they talked about running. If you do running, you decrease your chances to get cancer by 19%. And 15%, you decrease your chances from an early death. Running is really cool. I used to do running a lot as part of my workout routine. And then you start to learn that it's not good on your joints. Now, I don't have problems with my joints. I didn't I didn't start having problems with my joints first and then I stopped running. You just kind of do research and you kind of see what's happening here, and you just open your eyes and use common sense and think about it, guys. These people that are running 5 miles a day and they look good, and I'm sure they might feel good right now. They're running with their shirts off and showing their six pack and their legs and everything. You know what? That's a lot of stress on your joints. Let's check up on them in about 10 years, and I bet you they're going to have some problems. Our joints are not meant to take that type of impact all the time. It's really not. So I discovered hiking, and that's why I actually go hiking twice a week. And with hiking, you can actually get percentage-wise pretty darn close to these. And you're not putting nearly as much stress on your joints. It's a little bit more at your leisure. You can take your time. You're still working your heart, trust me, very, very much as far as your cardio. And it is just an overall body workout, especially if you go on, the harder trails, like the level 3s and the level 4s, like if you go like on natural trails and stuff, like what I do. So you don't even have to run, guys. Or if you do want to run, you can do intermittent running, and that's what I used to do. There's a trail close by to where I live, and it's probably, what is it? Maybe like 3 miles, like 1.5 one way and then 1.5 back. And it goes up some hills and everything and down some hills. It's a paved trail. But what I would do is I would go there, I would walk fast, kind of like a power walk for 3 minutes, and then I would do a jog for 2 minutes nonstop. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And, you cut down a lot on the torture of your joints by doing it that way, and you're still getting your jog in. And it's awesome. It's actually pretty cool. I actually love doing it, but then I tried this other place out for the hiking, and I'm like, man, I kind of just like it because it's just a little bit more deep into nature. And as far as I'm concerned, it's even more challenging. You got to focus a little bit more on your surroundings, what you're doing, every movement, how you step over this, how you step down this. And I don't know. I think it's a little bit more involved, and that's why I do hiking instead of running. But I thought that was pretty interesting right there. And then they talked about walking, just flat out walking. And I've talked to some people about this. Now, I don't know. I've lived here for about 10, well, not 10 years, about 7, 8 years. And I still see people now that I saw when I moved to this city about 8 years ago walking around town, up the hills. And you can tell they're walking for exercise because they got their workout clothes on. They got the headphones. They got the bottle of water, that type of thing. And they look the same. They're still either really, really big or really, really chubby. There's nothing that has changed. And, I'm not talking bad about them. I'm glad that they're doing that. But you have to understand, if you really want results, you got to push your body. You gotta go over a certain threshold. Because if you're just walking, yeah, you're going to get a good sweat. Walking for the most part is just more or less keeping you mobile. It's keeping your joints moving, which is good, especially as you age. But if you really want to lose weight, build muscle and stamina and all that stuff, walking is really not going to do a whole lot. Especially, again, if you don't have a good discipline in the diet. Spectrum, you go walk 4 miles and then on the way home you stop at McDonald's to get food. You're not really going to see a difference. And I've talked to people that, do walking literally as their primary exercise. And 8 years later, they weigh the same or more and they're not happy with their body. So I really try to encourage them to kind of push themselves a little bit more. I think walking personally is more for people that are really obese. And I'm talking about people that, they get tired just standing up. The people that have cankles, the people that are just really, really big. Because walking to them is like running a marathon, even if it's just around the corner to the mailbox. That's good for them. That's how they need to start. But if you're just kind of chubby, or you're not that big, but you're definitely overweight, but you can move, you're mobile, you need to go to the next level. Okay? You got to do it, or else you're not really going to make an impact on your health. So anyway, I'm pretty proud that I've managed to, I guess, add some years to my life. If this study is accurate, I definitely have added some years to my life. I know in the past 10 years, I've been way happier physically, mentally, emotionally, because I know I'm healthier. I can do whatever I want. I don't feel, again, like I have anything holding me back from doing an activity with my friends or my loved ones. And that goes a long way. So anyway, if you guys are interested in knowing exactly how I lost the weight and what I do to this date to keep the weight off and stay healthy, drop some comments. If I get enough of them, maybe I'll do an upload and I'll share exactly the workouts that I do. All of them are done at my house, by the way. I actually just do two. I follow two workout programs that are on YouTube. So I can link that and tell you exactly what I do as far as those are concerned and how I kind of interchange them and this and that. And I can also talk about what I do diet-wise. And I guarantee if you guys stick to it, within a week or two, you guys are going to not only lose weight, but you're going to feel so much better. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel stronger. You just get this confidence that, your body is becoming healthier again. And it just changes your life. I mean, it really, really does. So anyway, look at the back. Look at the back picture that I put. I've also talked to people and they're like, oh, I've worked out for 3-4 months and I've only lost, 5 pounds. Do you see what 5 pounds looks like? You see 10, 15, 20? That's a lot of fat. You guys can go online and type in pictures of fat and you can actually see people holding models, accurate medical models of this many pounds of fat. And you'd be surprised, I think like for every pound of fat we have on our body, we add, I don't know how many tens of thousands of blood vessels that the heart needs to pump blood through. You're just making your heart work that much more. So people that, like me, that were almost 200 pounds overweight, can you imagine how hard my heart was working 10 years ago? I mean, God, that should be a crime. That's really sad. We only have one body and we got to take care of it, and time is precious, life is precious, and we need to do all we can to stick around for as long as we can, especially when you're surrounded by loved ones. This is just really giving me a good feeling because, lately on this channel, we've been talking a lot about world events and stuff. It's not exactly the most positive outlook. Doesn't exactly give us good vibes, when we talk about it, because, the world's just going through a drastic change right now. But it's uploads like this that, shoot, if this upload just gets through to one of you guys, to one person, even if they're not subscribed to the channel, and it makes them think twice, and it changes their life as far as what they do, how they exercise, what they eat, what they don't eat. And, over time, they become healthier. They avoid that heart attack that they were going to have 5 years, 10 years from now. They avoid that stroke that they were going to have. They stay alive for an extra 15, 20 years so they can be with their loved ones and stuff and experience the joys of life. That makes this upload totally worth it. That makes this channel totally worth it. And that gives me a really good feeling. So I really enjoyed thinking of doing this upload. And I appreciate you guys. This is a long one. I'm approaching 20 minutes already. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you guys that have stuck around to hear the whole thing. And really, you guys are the ones that motivate me to do things like this. It's been like 2.5 months, almost 3 months since I created this channel, started doing uploads and stuff. if I didn't have any subscribers on it, I would have just shut this channel down. I would have said, nah, forget it, you know. But you guys are the ones that motivate me to think of things to talk about. And some of the things that I'm going to post on this channel, it gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling, and it should to you guys too, that it could very well affect people's lives very, very positive, just positively. What am I trying to say? It could affect people's lives in a very positive way. So I appreciate the support. You know, you guys are the stars of the channel. I'm just the guy that talks. That's it. That's it. Anyway, okay, I don't think there's anything else for me to say. You know what? I am going to drop an upload, another one on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. That's kind of associated with this one, but in a little bit of a different way. This upload's obviously about, you know, how to live healthier and potentially live longer. The upload I'm going to do on Sunday is flat out, you know, let's save some lives. let's prevent people from making a very dumb mistake that could end their life prematurely. And you guys will know what I'm talking about when you see it. That'll come out on Sunday. I'm a night owl, so I don't know if you guys... I don't think it posts the time when I do the uploads on this channel, but I'm a night owl, so many times when I upload something, it's like 12 o'clock, midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It's weird. But, okay, I got to stop talking now. Thank you guys again. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will talk again very, very soon. All right? Remember, like, subscribe, share this channel. Drop some comments if you do want me to make a future upload about my specific things I do that have helped me lose weight over the years and have, you know, managed to help me keep off the weight. And I will make sure to do it. But I need a couple of you to do it. I need a couple of you to drop some comments. Not just 1 or 2, but a few. All right? But yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll talk again soon. Until next time, love yourself. Love one another. I love you guys. We'll talk again soon, okay? Take care.